Good afternoon. So today we are going to study about vapor compression system. So as the name indicates, vapor compression system, it is a system where the vapors are compressed. So there are n number of refrigeration system in which most effective is the vapor compression system. So before studying this vapor compression system, we will study the main parts of a vapor compression system, that is compressor, condenser, expansion valve and evaporator. So compressor, as the name indicates, the function of this compressor is to compress the vapors. So here particularly whenever you go to buy market and you buy a refrigerator 200 liters, 300 liters, 400 liters, you can see that there is a black color box behind the refrigerator and which is known as the compressor. Here particularly this compressor is known as your hermetic sealed compressor. It is a hermetic sealed compressor which consists of dome and case, which is a sealed unit. Now you can see that this compressor is connected to this condenser via this discharge line, right? So you can see that this compressor is connected to this condenser via discharge line, which is colored in red color. Now after this condenser, you can see that this condenser outlet is given to the expansion valve inlet by your liquid line, which is colored in yellow color. And after the expansion valve, you can see that the output of expansion valve and the input of evaporator is also given by liquid line. Now this is your evaporator. Evaporator is nothing but it is a space where your refrigeration effect is created. So suppose this is your refrigerator, right? And the topmost unit is known as your evaporator, where we produce the cooling, and here we get the refrigerating effect. And the output of this evaporator is connected to the compressor by means of a suction line, which is colored in the green color. Now one question will arises in your mind, that why this is given red color, why this is given liquid yellow color, and this is suction is in green color. So if you working in an industry, there are n number of pipelines supplying from one department to another department, one section to another section. It is very difficult to find out that which is the condensing unit, which is the liquid line, and which is the suction line. So that's why the color code system is given here. The discharge line, which is very hot, that's why it is coded in red line. The liquid line, it is somewhat cool, so that's why it is given in yellow line. And suction line, where low temperature and low pressure vapors will come, that's why it is given in green color, right? So one by one we will study that this is now compressor. This is the hermetic seal compressor, which runs on the electric connections. As you switch on the system, it will work. So here it consists of a cylinder piston mechanism. The purpose of cylinder piston mechanism is to pump the low temperature, low pressure vapors coming from suction lines, which will enter into this compressor, and this compressor will compress the low temperature, low pressure vapors into high temperature, high pressure vapors. So here you can say that T1, P1, this arrow shows that they are low temperature, low pressure, and after compression it will convert into high temperature and high pressure. Now these lines are given to the condenser. This high pressure, high temperature condenser. Now we'll come about condenser. What is a condenser? So if you see that condenser, the name indicate condensation process is going to be occur in this area. Heat is rejected. When heat is rejected, before heat is rejected, one thing I want to keep a note, that what is a refrigerant? A refrigerant is such a substance, when you heat it, it will convert into vapors, and when you cool it, it will convert into liquid, right? So refrigerants are the organic substance. When you heat it, they will convert into vapors, and when you cool that vapors, it will convert into liquid. So here when heat is rejected to atmosphere, you can see that a black color condensation coil is given at the back side of your refrigerator. So here when heat is rejected, so temperature will reduce from T2 to T1. Here the drop in temperature will occur because heat is rejected. The example I will give you, that is, whenever you come to college and suppose your mother gives you a cup of hot tea and it is getting too late to college, so what will she will do? She will provide you a saucer. So you pour that tea into that saucer. When you pour that tea into that saucer, automatically within few seconds that tea will become cool. Why this happens? Due to the surface area. The surface area get increased. The air contact with the surface hot tea and it becomes, the tea hot tea becomes cool. In the same fashion, when the atmosphere air come in contact with the cooling coils of this condenser, there is the heat transfer between the hot vapors and cold air. So what happens due to this heat transfer? Temperature drop, heat is rejected, but one thing is you should remember that pressure is not drop in the condenser. Only temperature is drop, pressure remains same. Now this low temperature and high pressure liquid, because after condensation it is converted into liquid, they will enter into the expansion wall. So as the name indicate, expansion wall. So here before expansion you can see already there is a temperature drop but pressure is not drop. But after expansion temperature is already drop, pressure is also drop. So after expansion what happens? Velocity increases and pressure will drop. So here in this expansion process, the low temperature, low pressure liquid will enter into the evaporator. Now evaporator is the zone where you will get the refrigerating effect or cooling system, right? In your, when you open the refrigerator you can see that the ice box, no, the ice box is nothing but it is your evaporator. So you can, now again I had drawn as some refrigerant type a figure. You can see there is a top side you have kept your evaporator, bottoms you have kept any food materials. So what happens? Evaporator, the name indicates here the evaporation process occur. Now evaporation process occur means here the liquid refrigerant is converted into vapors. Now liquid refrigerant is converted into vapors means liquid is converted into vapors. That means here the phase change is going to occur. When phase change is going to occur, then there are two types of heat are involved. One is sensible heat and another is latent heat. Sensible heat is only the temperature of this liquid will increase, but in latent heat the phase will change. So what happened exactly? Whenever you put some food material at 30 degrees centigrade into the refrigerator, right? Room temperature is our normal 30 degrees centigrade. So these 30 degrees centigrade vegetables which are kept in the evaporators, due to the lighter air, they will flow towards the evaporator, upper side of the refrigerator. Here the hot air 30 degrees centigrade hot air will come in contact with 5 degrees centigrade or minus 5 degrees centigrade of refrigerant. There is a heat transfer between both of this, and due to that this air, lighter air become dense and it will come down. So what happens? There is a natural cycle is occurring between the evaporator and the food materials, and the cycle will continuous until the same temperature will occur in this cabinet. So here the liquid refrigerant is converted into vapors, and here you can see low temperature, low pressure vapors coming from the outlet of the evaporators via suction line enters into the hermetic compressor. Again the same process will occur. Again the compressor will compress the low temperature, low pressure vapors into high temperature, high pressure. Now you can see that this half of the expansion valve, full condenser, and half of your compressor comes under high side area, means high pressure side, and whereas half side of this expansion valve, full evaporator and half compressor comes under low side area or low pressure area. Previously, we were using R11, R12 refrigerant in your refrigerators, but due to the pollution norms, due to that ozone layer deflection, now these refrigerant has been banned by the government, and now they have introduced R134A eco refrigerants. in the market. Now these type of refrigerant are now used in your air conditioning system, your refrigerant systems. So these type of refrigerants are less harmful to the environment and produce good refrigerating effect in your evaporator or in your refrigerators. So today we have learned, I think you have understand the concept of vapor compression system. So in vapor compression system we have studied four main parts, that is compressor, condenser, expansion valve and evaporator. Most important part is this your compressor. It is known as the heart of the system, right? So compressor compresses the vapors, condensation heat is rejected, expansion valve pressure is dropped, velocity is increased, and the evaporator your refrigerating effect is created. Hope okay, hope you understand. Thank you.